introduce to Heidi Rosenau. She is wearing, music. Heidi is an over-enthusiastic collector of vintage clothing and specializes in dances of the 1920s and 30s. She's wearing an authentic woolly bathing suit made in about 1930 in China for the glamorous Shanghai trade. Please give Heidi a warm welcome. Thank you, Heidi. Please say hello to Kyle Suppling. Kyle has a very, very well-developed body, as you can see. And he happens to also be a collector of many types of vintage clocks, Art Deco lamps, and Nick Pisco shirts. He also hosts a two-person variety show called Chat and Chew with Kyle and David at the Creek in the Cave in Long Island City. Thank you, Kyle. Please say hi to Kyle. Tony Bestman. Tony, hello. Tony was raised and then abandoned by wolves. Surely you can surmise. These wolves found Tony his home at last with a band of wandering gypsies. He's making a living as a traveling burlesque dancer. He has finally settled down as a Lindy Hopper, where he has dedicated his life to achieving the perfect swing out. Tony is wearing a onesie black 1920s bathing suit, which is 100% virgin wool, virgin, both inside and outside, 100%. From Chicago, Lorenz Knitting Mills, and even has a price label of $3.50, that's $3.50. But priceless when worn by Tony. Thank you, Tony. Please give a warm welcome to Shayna Carter. Hello, Shayna. If there's any hope for world peace, it's in the fact that Shayna works for the United Nations. Shayna works as an editorial and desktop publishing assistant at the UN. She is sporting a very rare textured pattern 1930s bathing suit, which is reminiscent of the Bisoni Italian knits. Quite a stunning number, which she acquired through eBay, of all things. Just like they did back in the 1920s. Thank you, Shayna. So good to have you with us. Please welcome Matthew Gale. Matthew, hello. Matthew is an eyewear designer, hailing from Berkeley, California. Interesting fact, the first vehicle he ever drove was a tractor. Today, he's driving a 1930s athletic burgundy tank top with the felt letter C in the front, which might have stood for Chivalry Isn't Dead, as he is indeed quite a gent. He is wearing a 1920s navy bathing bottom, which has a diaper-like, I say diaper-like silhouette, which brings out his inner child. Thank you for sharing your inner child with us. Thank you, Matthew. Next up, we have Mary Alice Ladd. What an honor to introduce you. Someone who needs no introduction. Mary Alice makes and collects vintage fashions and hats. She's wearing a Webfoot label 100% onesie made in the United States with original tags and also $3.50 price tag inside, still there. Priceless though, priceless. Thank you, Mary Alice Ladd. Please give her a warm gift. Next up, it's my privilege and my pleasure to introduce to you Matt Stewart and Emma Sharp. More intercourse than George and Gracie. Matt and Emma designed and constructed these vintage-inspired, one-of-a-kind rowing team uniforms. While matching, they are quite unique. Emma's manages to turn the heads of every boy on the beach, all while not looking like a trollop. While Matt's features removable air holes, perfect for the steamiest times of the day. They are both from the House of Yes, specializing in fabric aerials and professional hula hoop. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying Matt and Emma, please say yes very loudly. Thank you, Matt and Emma. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Please say hello to Sean Proper. Sean is very proper, as you can see. Sean is a bookkeeper. He lives in Prospect Heights, Brooklyn, and loves to collect vintage luggage. We're not entirely sure if Sean was attacked by a shark while swimming in the Hudson River, or What if a swarm of moths attacked his suit while savaging, I'm sure is what we meant to say, savaging his alabaster skin? Sean is wearing a burgundy and black onesie from the 1920s with a V neckline. Ladies and gentlemen, please be very careful. That shark is very dangerous. Thank you, Sean. Please say hello to Laurel Carpenter. Hello, Laurel. Wow. Laurel is a social worker by day, a social swing dancer by night. She's wearing a vintage baby blue 1940s Terry one-piece with an ivory panel with a daffodil spray. Thank you, Laurel. You give a whole new meaning to the word social worker. Thank you. Hello, Frank. This is Frank Nestor. Say hello to Frank, please. Frank is a Columbia University student majoring in bathing suit wearing. He is modeling in 1930s gray wool bathing shorts with black stripes on the side and a 20s inspired navy striped Henley. This is the kind of look he sported when he was an athlete in high school, which must have been about a month ago. We wouldn't be surprised if he was made prom king every year. Thank you very much, Frank. It is now my distinct pleasure and privilege to ask you to give a warm welcome to Robin Wallace. Robin, hello. Robin is often described by anyone who knows her as an old soul with a heart of gold. She is a journalist by day and as a UN correspondent and a single mama by night. She's also an avid swing dancer and a style blogger. She's really into thrifty vintage chic. She's wearing a 1920s athletic knit, which has S-O-B-O-L on the front, which could stand for swim or bask or lounge in the sun. I suggest doing all three. Thank you very much, Robin. Please give her a warm thank you. Next up, let's please say hello to Eric Attard.